interleukin-6 is an inflammatory marker. And then there's a bunch of oxidative stress markers. So often start with GGT, gamma-glutamyl-transferase. It's a test, simple, it's on a complete metabolic panel. But if the person has high GGT, they have low glutathione. If they have low glutathione, they have a lot of oxidative stress potentially. And then you can look at the oxidized LDL, oxidized phospholipid ApoB. If you look at those things, those people are at higher risk. And then you get into the lipids. So I usually start like that. It's like, okay, we heard the nitric oxide, where's oxidative stress inflammation? Now we'll take a look at the lipids. So yes, I will still always look at the traditional lipid panel. It's free, it's included. So if the person's total cholesterol is over 300 and their LDL cholesterol is over 190, they potentially have familial hyperlipidemia. But the keto ACDA trial, we'll talk about the lean mass hyperresponders in a second. But I will look at their HDL cholesterol, but it's not really that predictive for most people. There's people with low HDL that have heart attacks, there's people with high HDL that have heart attacks. But sometimes it's an insight into their metabolic health. And then their triglycerides, which generally I like to see less than 80. If there's some genes.
Less than 80, that's pretty low.
That's pretty aggressive.
Yeah.
But if it's not below 80, then you guys are looking like, is this person likely insulin resistant, or what is their kind of carbohydrate tolerance? And then looking at the lipoproteins themselves. It's the lipid proteins that actually predict risk. Or particles predict risk, another way to say it. The cholesterol is just being transported in these lipoproteins. The lipoproteins can be measured directly. You can get an LDL particle number, but you can also look at ApoB or apolipoprotein B.